First and foremost, I want to start by saying that your desired lifestyle, just think about anything that you may want to accomplish in your life. You reaching those high points are not in your comfort zone. If you want to be great, if you want to go out and accomplish a lot of things in your life, you're going to have to do some things being in a position mentally where you may not have the confidence or you may be nervous because you may not necessarily know how certain things are going to turn out. The best things that I could have possibly done for myself is gain the courage to just take that risk or to do certain things scared, not knowing how something may play out, but understanding that what if alone, what if I make it, what if I succeed, what if I get the results that I want, is enough for me to believe that that can happen in my life. And truth be told, there's just so much significance in doing things scared. Not only just the outcome itself, the things that you may acquire from overcoming your fears, but just this entire concept of actually feeling like something can go wrong. Just getting that anxiety, not necessarily knowing which way to move, and being able to overcome that is an accomplishment of itself. Because truth be told, it's not even necessarily about the challenge that we may face. Majority of the times, it's about the battles that we're facing internally that's holding us back. It's about the things that people don't see. The journey itself is always going to be the journey. It's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be times where you may not know what to do or what direction to go in. So that doesn't change. What changes is our perception. What changes is the way that we view that hardship or that difficult moment itself and how we're going to advance through it and find a solution to our problems. So if you're in a position right now where you're contemplating doing something or you're contemplating taking that risk, I want to let you know right now that there is no lose in these type of situations. Even if you did happen to fail, even if you did happen to not get the result that you want, that experience alone is going to teach you things that you not taking that risk wouldn't have. Now you will be able to go back and apply it so that next time you can get the results that you want. Just think about anything that you may have done in your life. For the majority of us, you didn't just jump into things like sports or even just a new career field and succeed. That's not how it happens. You have to work, you have to learn, you have to fail, you have to build yourself up until your past experiences are a representation of the work that you're capable of doing. But fear is the number one thing that will hold so many people back. And I've witnessed this throughout my entire life because, like I said before, it's not even necessarily about the journey. Sometimes people are just really afraid to fail. If you may be in a position where you're afraid of how people are going to view you, the people that may have those negative viewpoints and opinions on the decision that you're making more than likely are those that do not have the courage to go out and do the things that you're doing. The people that are speaking those outside voices that always have something negative to say about you trying to better your life, allow those people to sit in that form of grief that they're going to have to experience if they don't go out and do the same thing you're doing, like taking that risk or doing something scared or doing something when you may feel like you may not have the resources that you need to get the results that you want. You do not need all the pieces to the puzzle to get a general idea of the overall makeup. Sometimes all you need is a vision. Sometimes all you just need is an imagination so that you can picture ways to get that job done and just go with that. But don't allow yourself to be trapped in these thoughts of, oh, I just don't have A, B, and C, so it's not going to work out anyways. I might as well not even do it. I don't have what I feel like I need to get the best results. So why even start if I can't maximize, my overall potential to get the results that I want? But I'm here to let you know today that it's not even about getting the best results possible. It's about getting the ball rolling. It's about getting that experience out the way and doing something when you know you may lack the confidence to do it. That's what's going to play a huge role in your overall character development. Not you waiting until everything's aligned until when you finally feel like you have the courage to do something. If you waited for the perfect moment to do everything in life, then you will be waiting forever. Because truth be told, there is no perfect moment to do anything. And one thing that I like to always take into account is even if you're late, it does not matter. I spoke about this briefly in a few of my other videos, but my mom is 53 years old and I witnessed her personally stop smoking cigarettes at roughly 49 years old. After 49 years of living, after 49 years of repeating bad habits and being afraid of how it may make you feel or how the things that you may turn to when you have high stress levels to kind of escape from that feeling, I witnessed her overcome that. So it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you believe that you don't have and the results that may come out afterward. Only thing that matters is the fact that you just start. That's all you need to do is just start. If you want to start your own business and you feel like you lack money, do what you can now. You may not have money, but you may have a big friend group, people that can invest in you, people that really love and care about you, that may want to see you win. These are all things that we have to start taking advantage of, and I feel like it's important that you utilize all of your resources to your maximum potential. We all have weaknesses and strengths, regardless of who you are. Some people may have a friend group with more strengths around them, others may have more weaknesses. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that as long as everybody is on the same page, then you will be okay. If you want to go far, go together. But if you want to go fast, go alone. And on this journey of life, I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather go further than faster, because I understand that going fast, you are just trying to rush the process. You're trying to get to the end goal where you reap all the benefits of the hard work before you even actually fully go through it or consume that work itself. But you discover yourself when you do things scared. When I first went to the military, and I think it was 2019, I was afraid to go. Not necessarily saying I felt like I would fail, but I lacked the confidence because I didn't necessarily know how something would turn out. I never been there before. I've heard stories on it and I heard the benefits that you may get, but in all reality, I was going into the unknown. And when you go into the unknown as a human being, you are naturally going to feel some form of anxiety because you've never been there before. But when you do that, when you face your fears, when you tell yourself, I'm not going to be afraid because I know who I am and I know the things that I've overcame up until this point. And what is this one challenge to the billion challenges that I faced it this far and I overcame? Saying things like that will help you see it through. But it's all going to start with you and the way that you perceive the world. It's going to start with you and how you can shift your perspective on this idea of being scared and understand that it's a good thing sometimes. This concept of being scared that so many people run from, if you just take a moment to take a step back and remove yourself out of that timid state of mind, you'll realize that you can learn a lot when your body gives you that feeling of being scared. When you feel anxious, when you don't necessarily know what to do, and you look at things from a different point of view, you will realize that, this is where the growth is going to happen. There hasn't been a single moment in my life where I've done something that gave me anxiety, or I may have been scared to do, where I didn't learn valuable lessons from it. And that's what life's about. It's not necessarily about the hardships that you face, but it's about the lessons that you can learn behind each and every experience that you may go through, the wisdom that you gain, things that you can pass down through generations and teach so that, your future grandkids or your kids do not have to make the same mistakes that you made. But regardless of whatever the case may be, if you're dealing with something right now and you're just scared and you don't necessarily know which way to turn, the only direction to look is forward. Don't look back. Don't ask for viewpoints and opinions on the decisions that you should make in life, especially if you know deep down inside that this is something that you want. And this was huge for me because I learned this so much later in life, is the fact that if you genuinely know that you want to do something, the more people that you ask and get involved in what you want to do is really just going to confuse you. It's going to steer you off course, and then you're going to be put in a position where you don't necessarily know which way to move anymore. Just do the things that you're afraid to do, even if you don't know how they may turn out, even if you may potentially fail, but always allow yourself some time to reflect. Always allow yourself some time after the fact to look back on the things that you went through and think about the things that you may have learned. It doesn't matter what you go through. You're gonna face hardships. You're gonna have low points and moments where you feel like quitting. But this is totally normal. We all feel like quitting. I just had an experience the other day myself, where somebody commented on one of my videos and they were just saying how much they appreciate my content. But, at that moment, I was already a little frustrated because I'm not growing as fast as I would want to grow. And he told me to keep going and to see it through. And, sometimes as human beings, we all need to be reminded of these certain things, even myself. I have my moments where I feel like I'm failing too, but you cannot stop. No matter how things may look, no matter how much things may seem like they're not going your way, you got to keep going. And if you haven't started something, you have to start. So take the time today to really get the ball rolling on anything that you may want to possibly do. Whether you lack confidence, whether you may be scared, whether you're just unsure, whether you don't know what or how something can go, Just do it. Stop overthinking. Even if you have to stop thinking to start, then just stop thinking and just do it. Just act on it and go from there. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.